Hey everyone, so I want to talk to you about CRMs really briefly. And I was a real advocate and always promoted Podio. But when I started working with a business partner, Podio got really sloppy because everything was horizontal and we needed something more vertical. There's two really good CRMs out there. One is called ClickUp.com and the other one's called Trello.com. And what I like about Trello is, I'm going to show this to you right now. Just pull this up. Screen share with you. So what I like about Trello is following. Okay. So on Trello, you can add boards as much as you want, create new ones. And right here, I have what I call the teaching board. And this is pretty much how we have it set up, but we have it set up obviously in a different board. But let's say I talk to Mr. Smith and he says, yeah, let's put the property under contract. Usually what I do is I put the date. I always put his phone number and his email and the best time to contact him. Okay. Now, once I hit enter, let's say I have a copy of what the contract should be, or I have a copy of what the surplus share is, or whatever it is. I can click this. I can go into my computer and add an attachment, which I really like, or I could put something in from Google Drive. A lot of different avenues I can go. Then I can also set a due date, like I could put it due on the 14th here, or the 15th, whatever date I want, and then make some additional notes in this. What I really like about this board is once the verbal agreement comes in, I put it in. It is my business partner's responsibility. Once she goes ahead and sends out the contract, she will move it from here to here. In contracts sent out, it's my responsibility to go ahead and make sure that these are getting returned. So if I look at this and I see that this has been in here for 3 or 4 days and nothing's happened, I need to follow up with a phone call. Actually, I give it 2 days, because once we get somebody on a verbal agreement, I always say this is like taking it fresh off the grill. It's a very hot lead and it's getting colder by the second. And we want to do what we say we're going to do, and we want to do it in a timely manner. That's why we work as a team here. It goes from here, and then she gets notified, and then it goes to here. Now, David to call if there's a problem. This means if, like we had one recently where it was a probate and there was a couple of things involved and we got through it, but I had to go through a couple of different channels. The guy was at a care facility. He had a power of attorney. There was a number of channels we had to go through. We had to get that situated out. So it wasn't just a really easy file. By the way, a lot of people ignore those types of files, and those can be some of your best paydays because you just work a little bit harder on them. Once we get the contracts back, they go in this file, and it is my business partner's responsibility. Once they get it sent off to the county, we usually follow up every couple weeks, just check in on it, very polite, and just say, hey, just want to check and make sure you got this okay, see if we crossed every T, dotted every I, if there's anything we need to do, and communicate with them. And usually we do that about 2 times because we don't want to bug them. We don't want them to hate us because we're going to be working with them in the future. So we usually, every couple weeks, we shoot them a call. If there's a problem with the file, and I'm not talking about like what happened here, like someone decides that they don't want to sign, someone's gone with somebody else, and I think it might be, and that happens, unfortunately. Something's going on, I'll put it over here and I'll make a note. Now, if I decide I want to follow up, like I just recently had a deal where I want to follow up with them and just make sure everything's okay, and I might put a date. They had said that they were already working with somebody else, and it was kind of after they had agreed to go with us. So what I might do is put a date where they should be paid, call them up, see if they've been paid or not. And if they haven't, let's do business here. So I can come in here and I can put a due date here. I can assign this to myself and write just a refresher note. Went with somebody else, just verifying and making sure they got the funds, whatever it is. And this works pretty good. These are the main ones that we look at right here. So again, I know which are my responsibilities and I know which are my partner's responsibilities. It's great, it's vertical, and our goal is to get it from here to here, and we're happy. Sometimes we get contracts out, we're having to follow up, and that's something I do, and it's like on Friday, today's Saturday, On Friday, I had a gal who was not sending her contract back, and I called her, and she gave me some concerns. And I said, okay, here's our website. Here's what I want you to go ahead and do. And we now have a verbal agreement again, and the notary is in the process of being scheduled. So it's always good to know when to call back, and this has definitely done very well for us. So I hope this helps, and I will see you on the next tip of business. Thanks.